Hello. Okay. So let's see how this goes. I set up my actual phone onto a mount this time, but now that means I have to look all the way up here. Hi everybody, welcome to the live. I'm sure there might be a commercial running at the front, so let's just take a couple of seconds and let everyone get in. Hi Carmen, hi Amy. I don't hear me. Can you hear me? I don't hear myself, so let's see. The mic looks a little weird. It's only giving me like one little hello. Let me know if you can hear me before we begin, because I don't want to Okay, good. How exciting. We have like an actual camera. I don't know if I'm streaming fast enough for my iPhone camera, but maybe, you know? Mm, 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 mm. How's everyone doing? Okay, so while people are rolling in, we're going to be doing this book today, which if you can't see because it's backwards, says 101 frequently asked questions about homosexuality. It is Pride Month, and I was like, let's go do some new makeup for Pride. I really wanted to do a rainbow look. I wanted to do like the full eyeshadow. And I spent so much time on my face because I used a different bronzer and a different blush. I couldn't do it. So we're going to throw on some liquid shadow maybe as we read, if that sounds good. And also, we were just talking about it in the Discord that we might be doing like a voice chat after party. What I kind of wanted to do was set up a public channel for the voice chat, because right now Discord is patrons or YouTube members only. And I was like, we should do a public channel just for after lives. But I did not have time to set that up. So, this is going to be interesting. Do I really need eyeshadow? No. But was I thinking about taking this live and cutting it into an actual recording like the first 2 episodes? Yes. So I was like, I want to look good. But now I'm like, oh, this is going to be a little bit more complicated than I thought. Let's see if we can do this in 5 minutes. Who wants to put money on it? 5-minute makeup at JeGaysus? No, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay, doing this backwards on my phone camera is really hard. Not gonna lie. We're gonna look a hot mess because that's what Pride's about, baby. Okay, this is the Lady Gaga makeup I'm always raving about. Ah! Okay, that's fine. We'll just connect the corners and even that out. Still not what I wanted to do, but all right. So hi, yeah, let's chat while we're getting ready. What's up? The text is showing up right way around. Oh, cool. So on Studio, it just shows me everything backwards. For anyone curious, ex-gay author Mike Haley recently got divorced from a woman. I'm in the process of ordering court records from Colorado Springs. Dan, you're doing a full-on investigation? Do you have a channel? Are you doing like a hit piece? What's going on? Why are you getting court records? I mean, not like that sounds amazing. I would love to see them. But also, like, it would not surprise me in the slightest if he's now gay and out, and that's what the divorce is about. Because they all are, you know? 2004 was a very different year, and people tended to hide. Let's just do it. Let's just do the thing that I wasn't going to do. Okay. You can't really blend this until it dries. It's a weird powder like that. Call it shimmer liquid powder. I'm never doing my makeup on live again. I can do face makeup, but not eyeshadow. Imagine if this was actual eyeshadow. Even worse. So when people come late to the live, just tell them what they missed. Just say, you missed the worst application of makeup ever, and that explains why their face looks so messed up. Okay. Okay, we're gonna pretend to blend. Okay, we're almost there. We're reading. We're about to be reading. Happy Valentine's, everybody. I love the little things in the box. Are we using a purple stained brush to do this? We are, yeah. Because why not? Why not? It's already messy. Do I have eyeliner on? No. Because again, why not? Watch this turn out like more fierce than I ever dreamed. It's not bad. It's not bad. Okay, we're ready. Are you ready? I'm ready. Sorry, I'm like taking you all along for my ride here. This is so rude. You're waiting for me over here doing makeup. How dare I? For anyone who's newish here, I'm wearing my outfit inside out. Got braces on. That's pretty cool. Mm. And if you haven't yet, go ahead and watch episodes 1 and 2 when you're done with this, or go become a patron / YouTube member by clicking join, and you can hang out with us in the voice chat after party. But for right now, for Pride Month, we are doing a special live reading of Mike Haley's homophobic book and debunking him live. So you'll get to see my process if I can figure out how to read. We're doing answers 4 and 5, maybe 6. Okay, and I'll interrupt and look at the chat too, like, so you guys aren't being ignored. This is like a real reading, you know. If I'm having homosexual fantasies, does that mean I'm gay? Drop your answers in the chat. I don't want to spoil it for you, but my answer is no, it does not. If you have homosexual fantasies, like, you're human. You're not gay. That's not what's the word? The branch you have to cross. That's not the line in the sand that makes you gay. Like, I've had straight fantasies. Does that make me straight? No, at the very least, it would make me bi, but it does not. It's usually like unwanted. Like, I don't know if you've ever had those dreams where all of a sudden you're like making out with this hot woman you saw at the bar. And then you're like, oh no, honey, I'm gay. And like you're trying to explain it to her. And she was like, I have $1 million. We can go back to my place. And it's like, would I or would like those kind of dreams? You know what I mean? Doesn't make me straight. But also I'm asexual and my whole what's it called? Awareness of sexuality is very different. Oh, Ryan, hi. See, for $1 million, well, see, she's worth $1 million. She didn't say she'd give me $1 million. That is different. Because if she said I'd give you $1 million, there is nothing in this world that would stop me from doing it. Women, rich women watching this, keep that in mind. My DMs are open. I have done some work in the past, but always with men, you know? Okay, let's see what Mike Haley has to say. He's probably in agreement with me. Again, I can see from first line. Fantasies alone don't make you homosexual. A homosexual is a person who consciously accepts that label. So close, so far. And begins to act on his or her feelings. Many people have engaged in fleeting same-sex experimentation, but that doesn't make them homosexual either. On the other hand, some people who have never engaged in homosexual behavior have a tremendous homosexual problem. Who says that? It might be your divine feminine talking to you. I like that. Okay, so yeah, he was so close. It's so close. Who consciously accepts the label. That's not necessarily true either. I know a lot of people, especially when they're in the closet, or Mike Haley, who deny the label, but are still homosexual. Do you have sexual feelings 99% of the time directed toward the same sex? Then, like, psychologically speaking, you are homosexual, whether you accept it or not, boo-boo. But also, yeah, he always upsells the amount of people that are out there having gay stuff happen. Oh no, let me see it. Like many people having fleeting same-sex relationships. Like he's really trying to convince himself. That's what it sounds like to me. Many thousands every day, all day are doing it. They just don't tell you because it's pretty normal to be gay and not tell anybody. Calm down. Okay. Regarding your personal situation, the first relevant question is this: how often do the fantasies occur? A single episode does not mean you're homosexual. However, if these fantasies persist, the potential for a serious homosexual problem persists. Oh, exists. Especially if they go unchecked or if you encourage them or don't encourage them. It's like feeding a gremlin after midnight. It will grow into this massive homosexual problem. This is such a comedy. I don't know why it's so funny. Like he earnestly believes it. That's sad. That's actually terrifying. But don't let those monsters into your fantasy, kids. Well, yeah. Okay, some Native Americans believe that each of us has within our hearts a white dog, good, and a black dog, evil. There is 10 problematic things in that sentence. Some Native Americans. Which ones, Mike? There are a whole bunch of different nations. Which ones are we talking about? Also, Canada is in my W month for Canada. Shout out to my Canadians. And not shout out, but like, keep them in your hearts. The white dog is good, the black dog is bad. That has implications. Sorry. Okay. Fighting for control. It's the whole devil and the angel on the shoulders things, right? As would be the case in real life, the dog that is nurtured has the best chance of thriving. The same is true for the fight in your heart. Whichever dog you're feeding is going to become dominant and take over. You need to do all you can to overcome the undesired dog. Find someone knowledgeable about the root causes of homosexuality. Like JeGaysus? Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay, if you feed the dog, this is what gets you, I guess. But please don't allow please don't allow one or even a few episodes of homosexual fantasy to paralyze you from living as God has created you, heterosexually. Let's all take a minute to reflect on what we've learned today. Absolutely nothing. Thank you. Thank you. I want to know, like, the publisher who is reading this as they're going through edits, where they're like, "You sure we're gonna say that? Okay." The good dog and the bad dog fighting for scraps of your sexual. Okay. Um. No, it's fine. It's fine. It's your book, Mike. As long as you're spelling things right. Exactly. Thank you, Naomi. If there is a fight in your heart, you're likely bi or pan. It's the same exact thing as like when people come out and say, "Oh, well, you're choosing to be homosexual." A choice implies you have two options, right? A choice means, "Oh, I think about men all the time, but I choose not to do it." Okay, that would be bi. You Congratulations, you're telling on yourself. Well, there you are. There you have it. Yes, feed all the dogs. Just don't ignore one more than the other. If you're feeding the white dog too much, not good. Black dog too much, not good. You have to feed both dogs, or else you have dead dogs. Also, don't forget to like the stream. We have 20 watcher peoples and only 11 likes. That's not right. I mean, do what you want. But okay, so do we need to discuss this dog anymore? Or should we go on to question number 5? Because we can roll probably through 5 to 6. I didn't expect These ones are much shorter than the first question, which seems unfair because it makes my video, the first one, seem much longer than it had to be. But it was literally like 5 pages, and these are all one-page questions. Oh, God. Never mind. I said that before looking at question 5. There are point 1, point 2, point 3, point 4, point 5, point 6. 6 different points to this question. But it's the last one in the section before it goes into another section, which I can't tell what this one's on yet. Oh, answers for families is the next session. Yeah. This one is the basics of homosexuality, which, as you can tell, again, Mike is a very learned person and knows everything there is to know about every person's sex life. That's a talent. That's a skill. And he says that we're all psychic. So maybe Mike is speaking for himself. He is a psychic homosexual who often has fantasies and engages in acts, but is choosing to live his life straight. But his psychic powers allow him to see that everyone, many people are having these fantasies, not just him. A lot of them. Yes, Carmen. Live authentically and be happy. That should be your goal. Question 5. Is homosexuality preventable? Not after it happens. I don't know what that means. Okay. The prevention of homosexuality in children has become one of the primary emphases of research within the ex-gay movement. Trying to sound a little too scientific. In the research we have done, sounds like eugenics for gay people. That represents a shift from the traditional focus undertaken by Exodus International and the like-minded ministries. I was talking about it in the first video. I went to Exodus International conventions. 0 out of 10, don't recommend. They did have actually like some really funny stories about how terrified the Christian cis het people are of gay people. That was pretty fun. That was a 10 out of 10. So, that represents a shift from the traditional focus undertaken by Exodus International and like-minded ministries, which has spent most of their energies spreading the message of redemption. These ministries have often been the only hope for people struggling with homosexuality and their family members have had when seeking answers and assistance. Yeah. So the only hope is this one massive Christian, not denomination, but corporation that promises to annoy you until you're straight. I don't know how else to describe it. If that's your only hope, it's because you can't change homosexuality. Like, that should be the proof right there. There should not be a lot of research. There should just be this example of this one group trying really, really hard when every other psychologist and scientist in the world is saying that doesn't work. And then when they fail, well, told you so. Come on. In recent years, however, attention has shifted from not only redeeming homosexuals, but also preventing homosexuality. Scandalo. At the leading edge of this movement. Oh, this is bringing up Dr. Joseph Nicolosi again. He died. He's been dead. Again, this book's from 2004. At the edge of this movement are Dr. Joseph and Linda Nicolosi, authors of A Parent's Guide to Preventing Homosexuality, in which they spell out some important steps parents can take to offer an atmosphere in the home that will increase the chances of their children growing up secure in their gender identity. Gender nonconformity in childhood, the Nicholas's note. Most researchers agree. Citation needed. Which researchers? Most researchers agree is the single most common factor associated with homosexuality. What? So you're telling me if a little girl puts on pants and throws a softball, that's the leading factor to lesbianism? That's where we're drawing the line? Is that gender nonconformity? Oh no, that would be baseball, because softball is just for girls. I okay. I think there's some other causes. Let's just say that. They're gonna say ban glitter. um, mhm. So let's see. Unfortunately, many members of the mental health profession, psychiatrists, psychologists, and social workers think it is unnecessary to inform parents of the possibility of a homosexual outcome. End quote. Again, many in the health profession, such as psychiatrists, psychologists, social workers, people who went to school in general, anyone with a degree, if you have a friend who's gay, somebody saw that their dog humped another dog once, all of these people keep disagreeing, but we're right. What does that tell you? Your research might not be correct, actually. So they continue by warning that despite parents' key role in forming the gender identity of their sons and daughters, many of them are astonishingly unaware not only of their own behavior, but an emotionally vulnerable son, but also their child's what? That does not. Many of them are astonishingly unaware not only of their own behavior with an emotionally vulnerable son, but also their child's resulting deficits. End quote. Unfortunately, parents' most common responses when faced with their children's gender nonconformity are not helpful. Does he understand that gender and being gay aren't the same thing? I'm guessing no. But like gender is not sexuality. And I don't know how often I have to repeat this to people, but like can they interplay? Like, can your gender inform what you're looking for, such as an opposite gender person? Yeah, sure. But that's not how sexuality works. I feel like there's going to be a commercial break at any moment that scares me. But okay, I better get on that. Oh god, I don't know if that's true. But it doesn't hurt to try. Keep on going with that gateway sport. So there's going to be 5 different steps essentially that the parents are ignoring their homosexual children with. I need a tea drink for that. I don't drink alcohol unless it's like some kind of crazy event and I feel terrified, but it feels like one of those moments now, you know. For the record, this doesn't have alcohol, but like English. Okay, denial. The Nicolosis warned that many parents erroneously expressed it like denial. That's number one. He's literally using the stages of grief against homosexuals. Is that okay? No, you know what? That makes sense because like when I talk to my parents about like my coming out process, right? The thing that my mom always comes back to is like it was losing a child, but it's not because you're gone and it's not because anything about your situation has changed. It's because they built up this image of a person that I thought would exist in the future. You know, she pictured me as straight and with this type of woman and having this type of career and then all of that goes out the window when you find out I'm gay. And so like that person dies, but that person never existed. So having the 5 stages of grief here is a little melodramatic, Mike. But yeah, so the Nicolosis warn many parents erroneously express sentiments such as, it's just a phase, he'll probably outgrow it. Or they claim it's no big deal, he looks so cute. He's just trying to get attention. He dresses up like girls, so girls will pay attention to him. I mean, it's not a bad idea, actually, for all the straight kids out there. If you want to become best friends with a girl, learn how to do your nails, and then you guys can do it together. And then while they're drying, you can make out. That's kind of smooth, which is why all the straight guys are now wearing nail polish. I get it. I need to do my nails, by the way. This mentality stems in part, oh, this is quotes again, from the fact that our culture has made it increasingly hard for parents to determine what gender development is normal and what is abnormal, what is worth worrying about and what is not. So, when do you need to start worrying? The answer is the author suggests a certain amount of cross gender play is tolerable. However, if your son does not give it up quickly, you will need to take a look not only at his behavior, but also yours. You're allowing it. You are the enabler. And we all know cross dressing children start downloading gay porn. It's just fact. Wait, I want to take a comment break. Honestly, when my daughter told me she was gay, my first thought was, oh, good, no teen pregnancies. I mean, yeah, but like also, it can still happen. We are just saying sexuality is fluid, but also, God forbid, knock on wood, assault is a thing. But I get what you're saying. No, yeah, yeah. And also, the focus should be teaching everyone to wear condoms. Make this make sense. There is no sense, babe. So, number 2 reason of something, confusion. I think Mike is already very confused. So, mixed messages regarding gender saturate our culture, and many parents don't know what to think. They're such victims. They're so confused. They often feel confused and paralyzed by the conflicting values and opinions. The Nicolosis have documented this phenomenon well. Is it a phenomenon or are they just like dumb? It's not that confusing. Like, I mean, I guess for boomers, it can be confusing sometimes, but like, there's nothing inherently confusing about it. Your son, who has a penis, wants to wear a dress. And you, father without one, don't want to wear a dress. So now you don't understand why he would want to wear a dress. Well, again, how is that confusing? I don't get it. Okay. It's like vegetables. Maybe he doesn't like broccoli. Okay. Um, it's a phenomenon, though. One teacher they know assured a mother who is confused by her son's gender nonconformity not to worry because it's perfectly healthy. He's getting in touch with his feminine side. Another off base advisor said, don't intervene. What he's doing in no way is a problem. You don't want your child to be stereotypical macho man, do you? Yet most mothers intuitively know something is askew. Hmm. I think if that's a little dark, but I was gonna say, is that like a reverse Electra complex? Why do you want your son to be so straight? It's a little weird. It's a little weird. Why not just let people be what they're into? No need to label everything. Exactly. Exactly. Number 3, avoidance. Hide. Hide from your gay kids. That's all I got in my head when they said that. The Nicolosis note, many parents who do finally consult a psychologist have been worried about their child for months. Oof. And many of them for years. Whoa. But have done nothing about it. I guess this is the stage where your parents go, oh, we always knew. We just didn't want to say anything in case it wasn't. But we always knew since you were 3. Like, so I came out when I was 13. My parents say they knew since I was 3. So they had been worrying about it for years. This is true. That's not to just stop worrying. It sounds like an easier way. Just whatever. Throw it out the window. What will be will be. Okay. So what are parents to do? The Nicolosi suggests that the first step in intervention is for parents to educate themselves by not buying this book. Learn psychology. This often means correcting false information. Gender. Our sense of maleness and femaleness is not merely an arbitrary social construct. It's rather a basic and essential way in which we humans participate in society and express ourselves within the real world. End quote. It's not a social contract. You heard it here from these people who are not psychiatrists. But you still need to feed them from time to time. I guess, yeah, that's true. Hi, Sparkling Dragon. Happy Pride. Loves it. Okay. The next step would be to assess the mental health. Whoa, what? The next step is to assess the health of your marriage. See, I knew it was the parents' fault. I knew it. I knew it. It was the marriage that made me gay. Ha! Most couples who come to a therapist looking for help with their child are experiencing disharmony in their relationship. The wife will complain, "My husband is so hard to reach. He's just not emotionally connected to me or the kids." They're going to go into the whole the dad doesn't spend enough time with the son and the mother is overbearing thing, aren't they? Here we go. The husband will respond, "The truth is that she's a major control freak. If she would just back off, I'd get more involved." Now, let's take a more in depth look at how parents should handle issues of gender nonconformity in their children. Parents with sons. Ugh. Okay, here we go. No, we're taking a break. I don't want to know. They don't have the answers, so I don't want to know them. Uh, but you know what's funny about that is that they said that the health of your marriage is a reason. And it can be. Like, scientifically, it can be, but not in the way that you already have a child, this child is 10, and now you're kind of fighting so the child comes out gay. No, but, like, in utero, the health of your marriage can have an effect because they've found that, like, 70% of case studies genetically have a phenotype that flips on when the mother or the birthing person who's carrying the child is in extreme duress. If they have any kind of traumatic disorders going on, PTSD, if they are going through houselessness, if they are being beaten or in a domestically or emotionally abusive situation, that high level of stress triggers the phenotype that makes the baby gay. Because, as we can see from nature, having gay children means that you'll be better supporting for the family. You'll help raise the children. You'll be more caring and empathetic. And a straight son would just make it all worse. Like, we already have too much men abusive energy coming this way. Let's give us a gay son. And the body knows to do that. Um, but not when you're like 10. No, no, you have to do that inside the womb. Ah, okay, here we go. Parents with sons. Since our children first learn what it means to be male or female from familial interactions, moms and dads must consider carefully their efforts, dysfunctions, emotions, and affirmations and how they can affect sons, both positively and negatively. Everyone knows that moms are important, yet moms must be aware of their level of involvement. Didn't I call it? I called it. Yep, here we go. In fact, the Nicolosi suggests, without realizing it, mothers can become over involved in their sons' lives. In some cases, this behavior may have arisen because of a mother's need to attend to her son's childhood illness. In fact, a number of studies have shown that higher than average correlation between adult homosexuality and child medical problems. Causation is not correlation. Correlation is not causation, whichever order that goes in. Just because you're sick as a kid does not mean your mother taking care of you is what made you gay. What it could mean is that there's a very, very strong link between autism and being gender nonconforming. There's a very, very strong link between homosexuality and like neural pathway things, like somebody who's born deaf. A lot of people who are born without hearing on the male side are also homosexual. Why? I don't know. Just because your brain works different. But like, not because you had a cold in second grade. Jesus Christ. Um, mothers of homosexual men tend, in our experience, to be expressive, extroverted, emotionally accessible, engaging, and highly involved in the boy's life. Like I said, the over mothering mother. That's how we could sum that up. The mother's problem might be that she is too invested. The boundaries between her and her son are not clear. Sometimes mothers overinvest in their sons for their own needs. because they've not found emotional intimacy with their father. Girl, girl, don't go seeking emotional intimacy from your son, please. I love y'all and I love this, but I'm gonna spend more time with my hubby. Oh, have fun. Thanks, Karina. But you play the opposite gender roles. Love it. I love how the book is talking about gay men and not lesbians. It's because lesbians are an enigma. Nobody understands lesbians. We love you. We need you. Every gay man needs a lesbian by his side. Like, that is the strongest relationships you'll ever have in your life. A gay man and a lesbian. That's all you need in life. But no one understands what, how. Also, it goes into daughters in a second. But like on a scientific note, almost all of the studies and observations that they do are with gay men. And there's a reason for that. It's because most scientists are men. But outside of that, it's just also we can't find the same, like, we can't prove gay homosexuality is genetic already. Like, we're still on the forefront of that. But we can see tiny different genetic differences that are starting to make a pattern. And like I said, it's based in phenotype, not in actual genes. Um, and we can see those little markers giving us hypotheses to test. And with lesbians, we don't have that on like a psychological or on a medical scientific sense. It's very confusing. Um, yes, go get you a gay man. Uh, but let's see. Okay, let's see. hmm Parents should also consider what the Nicolosis refer to as the classic triadic relationship. Repeatedly, which researchers have found the classic triadic three-way relationship in the family backgrounds of homosexual men. What? Okay. In this situation, the mother often has a poor or limited relationship with her husband, so she shifts her emotional needs to her son. The father is usually non expressive and detached, often is critical as well. So, in the triadic family pattern, we have a detached father, the over involved mother, and the temperamentally sensitive, emotionally attuned boy who fills in for the father where the father falls short. It's like a, yeah, but like that's an American problem, you know? Like, we teach men to not be emotionally available. That is what American men are 90% of the time. Like, that is a problem with our society. And not all of their kids turn out gay, you know? If everyone turned out gay that had a detached father, we would have so many more gay men. And I would thank all of the broke ass dudes out there for giving me more options. But we don't. It just happens to be a lot of family dynamics exist just like that. So if you're looking at every gay person and you're seeing, wow, they have a similar story, go look at some straight people too, and you'll also see they have a similar story. But they don't do that. They just confirmation bias. They just zone in onto, well, I talked to two gay people and they said their father sucks. Um, like mothers, fathers must be aware of the impact they can have on the healthy formation of their son's gender identity. Psychoanalysts have long recognized the importance of the father in a boy's development in the separation from the mother. Some analysts have referred to the father as a breath of fresh air from over involvement with the mother. Dad can be the knight in shining armor with whom the child can play, while being distinctly different from his mother. Basically saying, mom does laundry, mom changes the diapers, dad's gonna throw the ball. Nothing wrong with that. Don't get involved, dad. Just be the plaything. And mom, just go do all the work. Whoop. The Nicolosi suggests that the best type of father is salient, which is being benevolent and strong, and one worthy of emulation. The Nicolosis go on to address 4 key things fathers can do to help solidify a relationship with their sons. I'm reading faster because I'm over it. Promote a healthy gender identity. First, dads need to keenly be aware of not rejecting their sons if their sons have rejected them. Many fathers of gender confused sons simply give up and leave the boy to his mother. This is a big mistake. Your task is to pursue your son, push through the defensive detachment, and with the steady and consistent efforts to become an important person in his life. It's like a quest. Good luck. Secondly, dads must remain committed. Maintaining the parental team is very important. They should get shirts. They should get team shirts like jerseys to show they're very, very involved. hmm Um, in fact, the difficulty of maintaining dad's active daily participation is the most common obstacle to successful therapy. Yeah, keeping dudes involved is very hard because again, dudes have a problem with emotions. We everyone knows. It's not breaking science here. Eh. Next, dads must learn to listen for feelings. The Nicolosis want to make sure their readers understand that while we have been placing much of a focus of intervention on gender appropriate behavioral change, we must not forget the true task, which is emotional bonding with the same sex parent. Mhm. Okay. Skipping right ahead. A dad needs to play physically with his boys. They could have phrased that different. A dad needs to play physically with his boys. Remember to occasionally let them win. By playing weak, the dad allows his son to feel strong and masculine. Number 2, showering with dad is good for small boys, and sometimes include brothers. Showering with dad and other males in the house fosters a common, relaxed, anatomically based identity. It breaks down the fascination and sense of mystery around male anatomy, which will fuel male eroticism when puberty arrives. Girl, Joseph, and your wife, whatever her name was. Firstly, I showered my father. I'm still gay. Secondly, I I I have a penis. I know what they look like. I didn't have a fascination with them. I did, however, have a fascination trying to imagine what a vagina looked like because I never seen one in real life. I knew they existed from like talks with my parents, but I couldn't imagine what they looked like. So I used to draw little stick figures trying to figure out like how would this thing go in? Like a split up the middle. I got it pretty close, but I never seen one. Like the fascination was there, but the need to or the feel to, nope, was not. And then I got dial up internet and I looked it up myself and I was correct. I had no desire. Um the shower didn't change that. It's very, very focused on genitals, aren't it? Go stare at your dad's junk until you're not gay. Trips out of the house with just the father and son are very helpful. Dad should be the last person to tuck the son into bed. That's cute. I like that. Yeah, tuck your sons into bed more. Much is involved in imparting healthy gender identities in boys, but this brief overview can aid you as how you can access the atmosphere in your home. Whoa, here we go. We got a parents with daughters section. Ah, death is wonderful, isn't it? Hi. I thought you were typing that and I didn't realize that was your name. Hello. Okay. So here for everyone who's asking is the daughter section. This is hopefully about lesbianism, but it might not be. It might just be about how daughters are turning your sons gay. We'll see. Um, Many of the same family dynamics that impart a healthy gender identity in boys are helpful for girls as well. So the first place to start is with the strength of the parents' marriage, being mindful that little eyes are watching. Another influence, especially if the daughter has brothers, is the family's attitude towards feminine things. One of the roots that can often lead to a wounded female psyche is in the light in which women are portrayed. Diane Eller Boyko, a psychotherapist and ex-lesbian, makes this clear. Let's see how clear it is. Eller Boyko. That is a lesbian last name if I've ever heard one. Like, she was doomed from the start. Hi, from Phoenix. Hello, Lee. Were you at the convention in Phoenix? Or just you live in Phoenix? Did we meet in Phoenix this year? Okay. Getting distracted. We need to see what Diane has to say. Diane is also a very lesbian name to me. Can names sound gay? Is that a thing? What's a gay dude name? Brock? No, Brock is too meatheady. I don't know. Let me know in the chat. Maybe there's not gay names. Maybe I'm crazy. Okay. Our culture especially honors the masculine. Strength, dominance, achievement, striving. That creates in many women a neurotic split from their authentic natures. The woman represses the inner hurt and pain and starts to identify with masculine. It's out of the unhealed places of that wounded feminine psyche that she becomes aggressive and loud. Wow, that took a turn. So I thought she was saying like we put so much emphasis on like strength and dominance that there's little girls who say, "Yeah, I want to be a strong dominant woman." And then become lesbians who lift. Like, I thought that's where they're going, but no. Apparently, it's inner hurt and pain that then comes out as aggressive and loud because all lesbians are apparently aggressive and loud. We are learning things today. Who knew? I did not. A speech tour, girl. I wish. I probably should start writing a book just because it takes so long, and then we can do a book tour or something. But they are not helping. No, that's right, Jessica. I'm not gonna say what you said because YouTube. But they don't help the situation. The importance of a healthy relationship with mom is also vital. Mothers who are too self-absorbed, unwilling, or incapable, or unnurturing, or detached will affect their daughter's developing gender identity negatively. The Nicolosis repeat the words of one therapist who bluntly summarized the problem. Relationships she came in contact with while working with women who struggled in this area. They didn't name the therapist, but here it goes. The little girl who turns to homosexuality never has a chance to create herself. She is a creation of her mother, whose self-love was meant to enhance. Mothers seem to use their children as sometimes desperately needed, sometimes desperately repudiated extensions of themselves. That's a whole lot of words to like not really get to the point. Okay, what are you saying? I'm aggressive and loud, but I'm only bi. Ooh, get louder. Get louder. But she's quick to point out the importance of dad's roles as well. When these little girls tried to turn to their fathers, they did not fare much better. Preoccupied with their business deal, the men sporadically paid attention to their daughters, overstimulating them, and then appeared to forget that they were even around. What? The dads are like, "Hey, honey, would you like to go play princess dolls? That's so cool. Okay, we're gonna do that. We're gonna have a tea party." And then instantly they're like, "Who the hell is Sarah? Why do I have the name Sarah in my head? Do I have a daughter?" I mean, okay. These fathers, when they took the time to react at all, responded to their daughters as persons who had to be made over in their own masculine image. Yeah, fathers making their daughters mechanics, accidental lesbianism. Parents need to assess their attitudes toward femininity and make sure that they're relating to their developing daughter in healthy, productive ways. A safe environment is also essential for young girls as they develop a healthy gender identity. Few things are more damaging to young women than abuse. Yeah, accurate. Abuse is bad. That accurate. That's a good point. Finally, a good point. Whether personally experienced or observed, you must protect your daughter from abusive situations. Seek professional help to work through trauma from abusive situations. This is only a only a superficial look at prevention. You can find a deeper examination of the role of parents' influence in A Parent's Guide to Preventing Homosexuality by the Nicolosis. Another excellent resource is An Ounce of Prevention by Don Schreimer. Bam. That was it. That was question 5. Jesus Christ. I can't believe Haley is still alive. Like, Nicolosi is... well, I haven't Googled his wife. I wonder if his wife is still out there trying to turn people straight. But Joseph Nicolosi has left the planet. So, that's good, if that's how you want to say it. Mike Haley, though, apparently, according to, who was it, Dan in the chat, said that getting a divorce, he's still with us. I wonder if I reach out if he would come on my show. How weird would that be? Like, I honestly doubt we're going to get through all 101 of these, but what if for the final one would be Mike Haley coming on? I have a feeling, Lotus, that Ben Shapiro is a little bit more busy than Mike Haley. Fun fact, I'm female, but until I could fight it, my mom gave me short masculine haircuts. So I spent the first 10 years of my life being asked if I was a girl or a boy. I can almost relate to that because I had long hair the first 4 years of my life, and I got, gendered as a girl often. And then I chopped it all off because I was really annoyed that they kept gendering me as a girl. And then I hung out with my cousin, Skylar, who I never met before. And he was a little bit younger than me, but he had hair all the way down to like the start of his butt. And I was like, I want that. I want that. My mom was like, you wanted to cut it. And I was like, no, I want that. Like, I didn't want the in-between mullet stage. It has to be full curls or nothing, But the weird part about it is I was hating when they were misgendering or having to ask what I was, a girl or a boy. But when I went out with Skylar and we were in public at like McDonald's or wherever, they constantly called Skylar a girl. And he was used to it, so he just kind of let it go. But I was like jealous. I was like, I want that. Like, I don't want a question. I don't want I don't want you to be like boy or girl or boy or girl. I want you to be like, oh, hi, little girl, with no question in your voice. But at the same time, I don't identify as trans now that I'm an adult. I mean, I do as a non-binary trans person, but not as like a gender dysphoric person. So it's interesting. It's interesting. I wonder where that confirmation or affirmation was needed and why. I blame it on my father personally because we're just going to turn this into a gender therapy session. That happened to my son too. Waist long before puberty. Oh, I've been growing this for like 7 years, and it's still not waist long. That's all I want. Why is that so hard? Okay, so let's preview the next question. I also want to give a shout out to my Patreons and my YouTube members on camera because I almost forgot to do that. I was going to do it in between questions, and then I got so distracted by these terrible offers. Number 2 is a whole section called Answers for Families, and that'll get us into question 6. We just found out our child is gay. Is it our fault? Did we do something wrong? My favorite part is he's going to say, no, it's not your fault. You can't control. But in the question right before it, he goes on and on about how it is your fault. That's the best part about this book, is he cannot even keep his answers straight. 1 minute he's like, it's all your fault. The parents are you need to do this, that. And then the very next he's going to be like, it's not your fault. You can't control it. It's a disease of the mind. Oh my God. Help. Dudes with long hair. Oh my god. Yes. Here for gender therapy. Okay. Yes, you did everything wrong. Feel shame. I don't agree with a lot of things you say in some of your videos. However, you're very nice about it. You don't mind letting people argue, and you're fine with people disagreeing with you all day, every day. That's why I'm here. I always say too, especially if I get into a one-on-one debate with people, I'm like, you'll realize I'm actually not the boogeyman. I'm not going to call you names or anything. And I'm not going to bully. Well, sometimes it depends on how homophobic you are. I'm like, I'm not going to bully you. But almost every time they leave the conversation in the comments being like, oh, I'm gonna follow you now just because you're nice. And I'm like, I'm a nice person. I'm not here to destroy lives. I'm here to make people question their beliefs and really think about them and read and research and make sure that they're using the best set of beliefs they can have that cause the least harm. Because, like, I mean, look at church denominations. There's some very harmful church denominations. Westboro Baptist Church, you can leave and go to a better one and still be Christian. Like that kind of thing. Like, question, do I really want to hate my neighbor? Do I really want to? Or should maybe I rethink what I'm doing and read the Bible myself and kind of feel it out? That's what I'm here for. I'm not here to try to destroy lives. So according to the book, mom's absence, dad's physical abuse, family friends, sexual abuse is why I'm bi. Yes, that's actually the summary. That's a perfect summary. And yes, my mom's over-attachment. My dad used to be in and out of the house. That's the other thing, though. It sounds like real science until you break it down further. Because again, there's so many people in this world that have that exact story that are straight. 2 to 1, 3 to 1. Like if it was a direct cause, we'd give it to them, but it's not. Um, and not because everyone is hot all the time. Well, okay, so here's what's up. We are going to read off the Patreon members and the YouTube members real quick. Let me get my list. Bear with me because it's a long list. Newest disciple that I haven't said on camera yet is the banished one. And then we have Aaron S., Brianna B., AJW, Vexter, HD Cross, Nana A, Psychopathic First, Tats Minister, Cousin Jake, Cat L, Bart, Just Cuz, Adele, Katie, Amy B, Joseph W, Arget, KM, Anna S, Crystal P, Candy, Carol J, Claire W, Claire G, Megan F, Gina, Goth Barbie, Fraudy Chick, Heather C, Cleet C, Modern Day Masquerade, Jubilee C, Mary M, and then the YouTube, my newest members, a disciple of JeGaysus, TT4142. I don't know if it's TT or Titty, but we're going to let it go. And we also have Amy B, Crystal D, Bart, Carmen, Actually a Dog, Freya, Mads Family Familial, or Mads, Fly Familial, No, Hazel, Lucy S, Sanny, Soapy Oaks Farm, Zuddy Luthian, and then we have Azrael and Bartholomew, which are the highest of the high patron saints. And if anyone's interested, Discord now also has a patron saint tier that I just turned on yesterday. Check that out. But yeah, if you want to come hang out, we're going to be chilling in the Discord. I don't have a room set up for public right now, but I will next live. Next live, I will have a room just for the after party. And then the rest of the Discord will still be for members only. But if you want to, I'm going to go to the bathroom and we'll be meeting in Discord at like 30 after. So in 25 minutes. And we'll have like a little hangout session there. If anyone wants to come over, you can go join and get signed in. Yeah. On my way. I'm just 34, so the only words I had was bye in lieu of, I don't know, I'd hit that and that and that. Oh, that too. When? Why aren't. Wait, I didn't say you? Wait, I do see that you've been here for a month where you're supposed to be. I must have deleted you from my list. I used the same copy and paste list. Everyone give it up for Win. Knows. Thank you. I'm sorry. Thank you for pointing that out, though, because I honestly can't keep track of anything in life. I need an assistant for reals. But I can't pay anybody. Because YouTube just halved my money this month. Because they halved my views. There, I have you on my list. You don't go by any other names, do you? Is it just Win? Like you didn't sign in a different name? Because maybe that's the issue. Because that just happened with Brianna. Brianna went from Brianna to Azriel, and that threw off the whole list. You know, we'll see. Okay, I got you down on the list now. You're on the master list. Happily in a 12-year relationship with an ace female. Dope. We love. We stan. Okay, let me hop off and go to the bathroom and all that jazz. We hit the hour mark. I didn't think it was going to hit an hour mark. I might have to edit that down and make that our actual video because I don't know if I want to do all of that again for like the official video. What do you mean still not me? I said Win knows. Am I saying it wrong? You win? You win? Knows? What are we talking about? Because I totally just had this entire discussion about you. Now I feel like I'm tripping. And I said I put you on the listy list so that I copy and paste there as well. Message me. We'll talk about it. Happy Pride Month, everybody. Yes, happy Pride Month. And then I will see you all in the Discord after party at 30 after. 6:30 my time, 30 after wherever you're living. I'll talk to you all there if you want to hang out. And if not, that's okay too. I'll see you next time we go live. I'm going to do a random one in a couple days just for hanging out, editing videos. Someday I will try to figure out how to do the games that everyone like Kahoot or whatever. Said it wrong. Okay, so is it Eugen? Eugen knows. Eugen knows. Eugen. Ewan? Is it Ewan? Ewan. I think I had somebody I met in LA. Their name was spelled like that, and it was Ewan. And then also, I was saying, and that's where I started at. I said Ewan at the start because I was thinking N-Y-U-G-N. Is it Ewan? Like Newen. You're gonna have to give it to me in a written form so I can pronounce it correctly. Hi, Fly Famille. Happy Pride. Yes. Okay. I am hopping off. I will see you very soon. Oh, I didn't realize I was on not live chat this whole time. I could have been missing things. I was on top chat. Okay. Bye. Sending you love. Be kind to other people. And this pride might become a fight. So get ready for that. And be safe. Not saying be violent. I'm just saying be safe, you know? Okay. Much love.